Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about language assessment, principles and classroom practices. Chapter 1, Principles of Language Assessment. Test and assessment. A test is a product that measures a particular behavior or set of objectives. Meanwhile, assessment is seen as a procedure instead of a product. Test. It is used to examine someone's knowledge of something to determine what that person knows or has learned. Assessment. The systematic process of documenting and using empirical data to measure knowledge, skills, attitudes, and beliefs. The next one, formal assessment. Formal assessments are formal ways of finding out how much a student has learned or improved during the instructional period. These include exams, diagnostic tests, achievement tests, screening, and intelligence tests, and many more. All formal assessments have standardized methods of administering the test. How about informal assessment? Informal assessment tools are tools that can judge and evaluate students' performance and skill levels without making use of standardized tests and scoring patterns. There are no standardized tools to measure or evaluate the performances in these assessment tools. The next one, we talk about principles of language assessment. Practically, the test is easy to design, easy to administer, and easy to score. Reliability. Reliable test means that it should give the same results or similar groups of students with different people marking. Validity is the extent to which a test measures what it claims to measure. How about authenticity? Authenticity, the test will be authentic if the language in it is as natural as possible so that test takers can understand and deal with it effectively. Washback. Washback effect refers to the impact of testing, whether positive or negative, on teaching practices, curriculum design, and learning behaviors. The next one, we talk about types of tests. The first one, we have proficiency test. It is a test which measures how much of language a person knows or has learned, or a test to check someone's language competence. For example, TOEFL test. The next one, placement test. It is a test to determine students' academic ability in order to assign them to an appropriate class or course. Number 3, we have diagnostic test. A diagnostic test is a test that helps the teacher and learners identify problems that they have with the language. Number 4, achievement test. An achievement test evaluates a student's language knowledge to show how their learning has progressed. Number 5, aptitude test. An aptitude test doesn't measure how well someone uses a specific language, but how well they acquire language skills in general. Issues. The first one, authenticity. Authenticity is one of the principles in conducting a test or assessment. An authentic task in any assessment implies that the test taker must engage in actual performance of the specified linguistic objective. Creating authentic tasks. Number 2. Creating authentic tasks within formal assessment procedures presents some dilemmas. Authentic tasks can be complex and lack practicality. They are difficult to create to evaluate because they often involve reliability issues. Number three, another problem raised by authentic assessment tasks is how to judge the difficulty of a task. An important factor in standardized testing authentic tasks are rarely confined to one simple level of difficulty across phonological, syntactic, discourse, and pragmatic plans. The next one, performance-based assessment. It is include group project, experiment, problem solving, and many more. It is time consuming and therefore expensive, but the losses in practicality are made up for in higher validity. Students are tested as they actually perform the behavior itself. In technical terms, higher content validity is achieved as learners are measured in the process of performing the objectives of a lesson or course. I think it's enough for me to this point. Thank you for your nice attention and see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.